welcome back to another segment of the SmokeHoes Garage. Hit the subscribe and bell button to see future content from the boys. Me and Greg are just on the way to pick up the FD2. Greg's giving it some pace down these back roads. We're going to pick up the car, we're going to take it to see the boys back at the garage. They gave me a lot of stick about the car I was buying, but I think when they see it, they're going to be like, that's banging and much better than a Golf. Also, if you don't know already, this is the car we're testing at the Nürburgring against Simon to see which is the better and faster car. We've also made a picking up my FD2 video, which will be live right about the same time this is, so check that out. We might put it in the corner. So, on our way down, you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Greg's looking forward to it. Greg might pick up a car himself as well.
Just bought a house, Lance.
He has actually just bought a house. So congratulations, Greg. Bought a house. Bought a house.
So while the boys have been out getting the Honda, etc., I've been trying to get as much done as I can. I fitted the rear quarters, bought a focal speaker setup for it, which is a direct replacement for the standard setup. That took a bit of messing around because obviously you've got to fit a crossover in there, etc., stuff like that, and you've got to be able to remove the door card. You know, if I ever got to remove the door card, you've got to do it in such a way where it's easy to unwire it, etc., stuff like that. So that was a bit of a day messing around with that. Obviously put all the sound deadening back in and done the cutouts for the cage, which you can't see very well now, which is good because it means they blend in lovely with the carpet. Tucked away all the wiring, etc., that was already in the car because that was a bit of a mess, so I went through all that, so that's all done nice. That's it inside. I had to mess around with the new gear selector. The cables I got were just, like one of them was about a foot too long, so I managed to get some new cables. I've done that today. That's all set now at the gear selector end. And obviously this engine's got to be removed now before the other one comes out. Again, can't do anything now till I get this motor, which has been a bit of a letdown. Feel a bit disappointed with that. I was hoping to get that back Thursday this week, but that's not going to happen now, so gutted about that. Arch modifications now as well. We've got great clearance in the rear, which is good. And all we've done is we just folded this lip, which you can see now some of the rough paint. Literally got Trudy to do that, he just hammered it back. He sliced my finger open then, which is good. This is obviously just a mock-up, yeah? See, we've got some washers here now, so I'm having some nice little shims made now, which will give the front arch a little bit of clearance. This front angle here, normally without those shims in, this would dive in a lot sooner. So now that's just giving you a little bit more clearance. Obviously you end up with a wider gap around the front light, but I haven't got to that point yet, so we'll have to move the front lights, etc. But that's it.
So just on the way to the garage, see Luke and Simon. I can imagine it being quite negative.
Yeah,
are they there?
Yeah, they're there.
We did try ringing them, but couldn't get through. We wanted to set up the filming of the arrival. Oh, there you go. Oh.
Big plumes.
Not much being said.
I've not seen an FD2 before. It's the first time I've seen one in the flesh. The night before he was getting it, I thought I'd have a look online. Couldn't actually find another one for sale, which was interesting.
I'll be honest, I was really, really impressed. Sick looking car, never seen anything like it before. It looks really good. The sound on it, it blew my mind a little bit because I'm not used to a VTEC engine. I've not spent that much time with it up close, and I was just really impressed with it.
It exceeded my expectations, yeah. It exceeded my expectations. It was fast, very fast.
Driving the car, I thought it was as expected. Yeah, it's wicked to get back in one. I absolutely love it. And obviously, because it's, in a sense, quite cheap and cheerful, you can just cane the absolute shit out of it and just enjoy yourself.
Obviously, I wanted him to bring in something that wasn't going to work to go against the Golf. But no, sick car. Really impressed with it.
Car drives awesome.
The thing I worry about the most with my brother is my brother's just disconnects his brain completely, and doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, I really love the way the car drives, and obviously looking at the car, it looks really big, because obviously being a 5-door, it seems quite long, but it doesn't feel like that. It actually drives really nimble and nice, and with the front diff, the tyres that are on it aren't the best in the wet, and in the dry they'd be a lot better, but you can kind of get the feel of it, slides out a bit, poke it in, poke it out, give it the big one. All the boys have driven the car. Si went in it, and like Si said, he kind of took his time. Greg has brought it in and out the garage. I can always trust Greg because, you know, he won't really ever take the mick.
Yeah, fastest car I've ever driven.
Why did you want to put it in and out the garage? Was it an insurance problem?
Yeah, I'm not insured, so.
Just couldn't drive it.
Yeah, I'm only third party on my own, so.
Luke, when you drive down a road and there's like a sharp left bend and it's quite wet and the bend is completely blind, then you should probably go around it at about 15, 20 mile an hour. Luke's just cogging it into 4 flat out.
Can't actually get in.
Oh, do
Fuck me.
But don't crash it.
This should be
Only straight lines for you.
Right.
Maybe with Luke behind the wheel, a little bit too fast, but, you know, that's another matter. Just go right into the lorry.
That was too much? I wasn't expecting that. I didn't want to be the first one to say slow down.
You know, Simon and Lance, they're big lads. They're quite brave. And they practically burst into tears as soon as I got to 40 miles an hour. Nürburgring is going to be really interesting next year. Obviously, spending a lot of time with the Golf, talking to Si about the work that we've been doing on the Golf and understanding it, I know that that's going to be an incredible car. But then after spending 10 minutes in the Honda with Lance, who just has no fear of death at all, I think it'll come down to the Golf will be a better machine, but Lance is a maniac who needs help. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Confidence at the moment, I would say, is if this was high, say it's about here right now, especially after going in the car with him.
Oh, it's making. What the fuck was that?
Massive pothole.
I mean, you know, I've got to test the car, feel secure in the car, understand how a car's going to drive, etc., stuff like that. He just got straight in that earlier on and just gave it death, 4 up, you know, in the wet, and had no qualms about pushing it hard at all. Whereas I'm slightly different, so we'll see.
Well, obviously you and Si are gonna, you know, blitz me and Luke, but I think if there's an ongoing rivalry between the two of us, which there seems to be one brewing, I got it all day. Just look at the sim. It's about 10 seconds faster, right?
Greg, when he's asked what's going to be faster, the Golf or the Civic, his answer is, I'm 10 seconds faster than Luke on a sim.
Blibby, blibby, blob. Blobby, blibby, blob. Blob.
Plans for the car. So, like I said, the base of the car is really good. Considering this will probably only ever get used on the track, I want to upgrade to have a 3 or 4-way coilover by Nitron, which will be quite a lot of money, but I think will make a massive difference, especially if I run more power. I want to upgrade the brakes. I put spoon brakes on a lot of my old cars, but I never found them to be that amazing, especially when they started to take in a lot of heat. So I would like a bit of an opinion. So shout out to the to the viewers if they can give us anything on that, especially myself. And then, yeah, the next thing to do then would be to put a roll cage in it. I think I'm going to ditch the front seats for another set of bucket seats because they are really small. We had to change over the passenger side for the driver's side because the passenger side was a bit bigger, but I think the driver's seat was a small and the passenger seat was a medium, so I'm gonna have to change them. They just, after a while, after driving it yesterday and driving it today, just wrecks. The next thing then is the motor. So I thought about supercharging it, but then I imagine that would take in a lot of heat soak and would end up just losing power, especially going around the Nürburgring. If you're on the track for 7-8 minutes flat out, the car's gonna start to lag massively. I could run a turbo on it, but then again, the issue with running a turbo is it requires a lot of setup. I would only want to run about 300 brake, 350 brake. So I think I'll end up building the motor and running it on a set of ITBs. Not sure what ITBs, I'd like to run a really aggressive cam and do what James has done with his EP3, which is essentially run 320, 30 brake and have a car that's all motor and is just really strong and can just take it all day long.
Readers Rides, Readers Rides, Readers Rides, Readers Rides. It's Readers Rides.
So hello and welcome to another rendition of Readers Rides. The spirits are high in the garage, and I'm going to be introducing today's guest, Simon Penny.
It's Readers Rides.
That was very nice, mate. I like it. Nice to see you, Si.
Nice to meet you too.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Been a while, yeah.
Indeed, indeed, mate, indeed. So where are you from?
Originally from a small town called Blaenau. I've become far away, but now I live in New Inn. In
Oh,
Pontypool.
nice. Very good, very good. So, have you been following the SmokeHoes Golf build?
Yeah, it's been really good to watch and great to see it in person. It's ridiculously clean.
Yeah, you're saying that because Si's here
yeah,
now?
yeah, just because he's there now, but it is really clean.
Are you a big fan of golfs?
No,
No, not at all, yeah.
Not a fan of the VAG stuff for me,
Yeah,
sorry.
fair enough. Have you seen what I've recently bought?
Yeah, I've seen the FD2, yeah, looks good.
Okay, so what would you have out of the two?
It'd have to be the FD2 for me.
Very smart, man.
Sorry,
Good choice.
yeah, it'd have to be the FD2.
Round of applause for that, guys, if you could. Round of applause, thank you. Good choice. So, you a big track man, Si?
Yeah, into track days, yeah, done quite a few, yeah.
Any thoughts on Prince Andrew?
We definitely did it. Good advert for a bit of Shure, you know.
Talk us through your car collection so far up until where you are.
Started out life with a Fiesta, a couple of Saxos then in the mix.
What Saxos did you have?
VTR standard in the blue that they always come in.
Did you ever bump it up to a VTS or?
No, never made it to a VTS. From that then got a Civic 350Z. Just bought myself a E92 M3. A couple of shit boxes in between as well.
What was the first Civic?
EK4 VTI.
Oh,
B16 Civic, yeah.
Used to give it absolute wedge, did you? Or?
Yeah, standard, yeah.
Well, he's brought one of his latest cars here with us. So guys, round of applause. Let's unveil the car. Woo! She is sexy.
Yeah.
This is a classic championship white EK9, I believe.
EK9, yeah.
Yeah. So what are we looking at in all? What is this? This little vehicle.
So it's a 98 EK9 pre-facelift. Shell's only been in the UK for like 2 years. It's had a K20 conversion, full cage, stripped out, spoon brakes, coilovers, all polybush throughout. Truth be told, it's like Trigger's broom. Bits of my first Civic live on in this.
So you've taken it to any circuits, driven it anywhere?
Yeah, so it's been to Pembrey.
How do you find it on track? Is it good?
Yes, yeah, it's really good. Tight UK circuits. It's perfect for.
Ever been to the ring?
Yeah, been to the ring quite a few times.
Yeah.
Actually crashed the silver version of this at the ring.
Oh, how bad?
Quite bad.
We actually knew you went to the ring.
Yeah.
And we've found a photo of you online.
All right, okay.
So talk us through it.
Oh, that's just the local attire, that is. Yeah.
What was it for? Stag do?
My stag, yeah.
How did that go?
It was really good, yeah, really good.
Did you drink a bit
good
burger?
time. Had a couple of bit burgers. Also, guys paid for me to have a lap in the
A lap
ring
dance, is it?
taxi.
Lap dance, is it?
Yeah, down at Cherries. You know.
So obviously me and Simon are going there next year. Who do you think's gonna be faster there in the two cars?
I think because you've got a bit of youth on your side, you got, you know, don't have that self-preservation yet, you know, that comes when you get a bit older.
Yeah,
So,
fair.
yeah, I think you'll take it.
I would have said the same.
Yeah.
Simon's spending big bucks now on this and a lot of time into it.
Yeah.
And the guy's a crafty man. Now, you came here to go around the sim. You a big Gran Turismo man?
Forza for me, sorry.
Forza.
Yeah.
So, with that out of the way, we're going to head over to the track and see how he gets on.
Okay, Simon coming down the track, starting things fresh. Anyhow, coming down to the first S-bend here. Driving it like a stolen. But I can assure you it's not stolen. Coming up to Sanchez. Smooth over the grass, might get some grass on the tires, might have to get the pit crew to wipe it off. Enjoying himself as always. El Rosa Morse there. Coming down to Oshikove, look at that pedal foot. Those shoes really help in the dry stuff and the wet stuff. Coming up to Gooch now. I think you can tell Simon's Gooch is twitching. Back onto the track here. What's he gonna do? Helmet looks like something out of an old 60s film. Surprised, not sure where we really got the helmet. He's flying through here though. This is gonna be a good time. I think this may be the fastest so far. Last corner of the race here. Flying out wide, coming in strong. Looking smooth. Last little twitch there, straight through. This is very good driving. Good sign across the line.
Great lap, Si. Looked good. Seemed fast. Si was very impressed. How do you think you did?
I don't know, it was really tough not seeing what gear you were in and just having to listen.
So, round of applause, guys. The time is a 1:43. 6.66. The fastest time.
Nice. Take
Well
that.
done. So, Alro. Oh, it says Simon underneath there. Not sure what that's about. What might be under this one? James. Interested. Very interested. Peno, you did it in 1:43.66. Very impressive, mate.
I'll take that, thank you.
Very impressive. Buck moved down to second, which is good. Do you ever go on a simulator back home? Do you have your own little wheel setup?
No, I definitely need to invest in one after today. That was, yeah, good fun.
So,
Yeah.
any final words for the people watching?
I suppose just like to say thank you to R Motion because they give me a lot of help over the years, sort of supplying bits. I'd like to thank Jesus. Yeah, my mum. Shout out to my mum.
Shout out to your mum.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, Si. It's been a pleasure. To the next one.
Readers Right.